The thing that raked my mind, though, guys, is this is the beginning of the end for Russell Westbrook. It's just no other way to look at it.
After spending 2 agonizing seasons with the Lakers, everyone thought that Russell Westbrook was done. However, he somehow managed to turn things around when he got traded to the Clippers. And if we're going to use his last 4 games as a basis for his projected performance in the upcoming season, then it does not only indicate that Westbrook has shaken the cobwebs and bounced back big time, but it also looks like he has found his second wind, with a possibility of regaining his old all-star self. So, how did Russell Westbrook come back from the grave and save his career? Well, it's no secret that the reason why he didn't thrive with the Lakers was simply because he's a bad fit with them. Adding another ball-dominant player on top of LeBron and AD proved to be a recipe for disaster for the Lakers, and there were a lot of times that Westbrook was just trying to do so much beyond what he was supposed to do that it led to head-scratching errors and unforced turnovers. See, in this 2-man game with AD, the Celtics knew that Russ would give it inside to AD since he didn't have the confidence to hit the elbow jumper. And so, Williams III just went to drop and telegraph the pass easily. Now, during his time with the Lakers, Westbrook also built a habit of setting up his teammates coming from the low block whenever he bullied smaller guards. However, while the intention was good though, his execution was not. Here's Westbrook backing down his man. Upon surveying the floor, he notices that he had a passing angle toward Bradley in the opposite corner. D'Lo, on the other hand, was already 1 step ahead of the play, and after briefly hiding behind Dwight, he just jumped out and read Westbrook's pass attempt like a book. Aside from this, there were also instances when he was just out of control and throwing errant passes left and right. And there were boneheaded plays like this that will just make you shake your head. It was so bad that whenever Westbrook attacked the lane during the 2021-22 season, he registered a horrendous 1.2 to 1.9 turnover assist ratio in 17 drive attempts per game. And in pick and roll situations, Westbrook also turned the ball over 18% of the time per 5.7 possessions. Aside from the clash of styles with Bron and AD, Westbrook's inability to consistently hit shots from the perimeter, plus the fact that they didn't have shooters back then, made it easier for him to turn the ball over at a high rate since the defense will just clog the paint, and thus making their offensive sets more predictable and easy to defend. And on the defensive end, Westbrook was just as bad or even worse than his facilitating duties, because there were a lot of times where he just looked lost out there. Look here. See, after Johnson missed the shot, Westbrook was just ball watching, while his teammates were battling down low to defend. And despite the kick out, Westbrook didn't even bother to close out the shooter, although they dodged a bullet here as Johnson missed the wide open 3. After being criticized and called out for his lackluster play on several occasions, Westbrook's game plummeted to new lows, and his confidence was just shattered to pieces. And because of this, the Lakers have decided to pull the plug on Russ and move on from him once and for all. Anyway, now that he's playing with the Clippers, it seems that he left the toxicity and negativity in the rear view as he looked focused on contributing at the highest level with his new squad. Well, the reason why I said that is because I think Russ has finally found the right fit alongside Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. See, although both Kawhi and PG are heavy-duty scorers, they don't need the ball in their hands that much to operate, as they can put buckets coming off the pass while picking their spots, which is in total contrast to the ball-dominant LeBron, who needs to hold the ball a lot to get his thing going. With this said, the facilitating duties for the Clippers fall heavily on Westbrook, and with no primary co-ball handler on the team, Russ was able to carry on the responsibilities of a true point guard without the immense pressure and attention that he got back when he was playing with Lakers. Look at this nice set piece right here. The Clippers run a double stagger screen here for PG, but before PG could curl on the top, Batum slipped inside behind the defense. Westbrook, on the other hand, made the right read here and dished out a nice no-look dime to Batum for the finish. Now, in this semi-transition, Westbrook made the right play once again. After sucking 3 blue shirts on him, he's aware that Morant was lurking near the corner man. So, Russ gave a fake look at Batum to influence Ja to move that way, before kicking it out to Covington, who splashed down the wide-open three at the wing. You can see in this graphic right here that Westbrook leads all Clipper guards when it comes to passes per game on drives, while averaging 2.3 assists per turnover in the 21 games he played with the Clippers. This is a slight improvement from the 2.1 mark that he tallied to begin the season with the Lakers, and there's a high chance that this number will improve further in the upcoming season. Now, apart from his steady playmaking with the Clippers, Westbrook has also made the right call in off-ball situations by finding the gaps in the defense to score easy baskets. See, the Blazers here are sagging off Westbrook just like other teams to force him to take long threes. Noticing that the defense was about to trap Leonard, Westbrook then slid downhill, received that pass from Kawhi, and just take it home to the rim with an easy layup. Now, Russ also loves to put himself in pick and rolls and act as the roll guy instead of the ball handler. Here, PG and Russ execute their two-man game perfectly, as Westbrook once again fills the gap and just uses his athleticism to finish it up before the Warriors' defense can react. Although his stats didn't spike that much compared to when he's playing with the Clippers, you can see that there's a glaring difference when it comes to his efficiency on the offensive end, as he shot better on the field and in deep range. Well, speaking of his three-point shooting, you can see that Westbrook has regained his confidence with the Clippers in taking those long bombs, as he shot 47.6% from the right wing and 43.8% from the left wing, which was far from his efficiency rate with the Lakers, as he only shot 30.2% and 26.4% in those respective shooting zones. Now, apart from his improvement on the offensive side of the ball, Russ has also reinvigorated his passion for defense with the Clippers last season, and this was quite evident when he was guarding elite talents and during clutch moments of the game. Check out his energy and effort here in guarding Durant on the post-up. First, he almost came away with a steal off a deflection. Then, when KD recovered, Westbrook didn't give up on the play and just stormed out of nowhere to swat away KD's attempt. And during the final seconds of Game 1 against the Suns, look at how Westbrook put the clamp on Booker here, as he not only blocked his shot, but also managed to deflect the ball back to him before it went out of bounds. With the Clippers re-signing Westbrook on a 2-year, $8 million deal, it looks like Russ will be running the show at the helm as the starting point guard, with Terrence Mann and Bones Hyland serving as second fiddles. As Paul George and Kawhi Leonard continue to be the pillars of their offense, Westbrook is going to be that glue guy who will fill the stat sheet and do the intangible stuff, while also taking on the scoring mantle from time to time should PG and Kawhi simmer down, especially in the playoffs or get injured early on. With Westbrook being aggressive on the offensive end, we can expect him to generate shots for himself or break down defenses so he can spray it out to their 3-and-D shooters like Nick Batum, Marcus Morris, and Robert Covington. It's also going to be fun to see what kind of offensive magic Westbrook can cook if gets some floor time with the athletic gunners like Normal Powell and Kenyon Martin Jr. And aside from this, his two-man game interactions with both Zubats and Mason Plumlee are also something to look forward to. Regardless of which version of Russell Westbrook will be getting next season, there's no question that the Clippers will be getting 110% from this man every single night. Whether the Clips are down or up by 20, you can expect that Russ will leave it all on the floor and provide the same amount of energy intensity on both ends of the floor for 48 minutes. And if I'm Ty Lue, I definitely couldn't ask for more as a coach if I have a workhorse of a player like Russell Westbrook.